The views and opinions expressed in the Golden Boot podcast are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Golden Boot podcast as a whole. Welcome back to the Golden Boot. It's your boy Pooh Bear. I got Aunt Petty Murphy in the building. Daniel D. Williams. First off, happy Father's Day, fellas.
Happy Father's Day. Happy Juneteenth, everybody.
Happy Juneteenth. I can't forget about that for my peoples. As a matter of fact, we got a special message from the people that matter most to us.
Happy Father's Day! We appreciate you and all the fathers around the world.
I hope you have an amazing day and keep going.
We love you and happy Juneteenth.
Happy Father's Day, Daddy and Papa. Just want to tell y'all how much I appreciate y'all, how much y'all done for me, and I love y'all. Have a great Father's Day.
Have a laugh. This is the day and it's so bad. I'm so good to have my dad. Happy Father's Day. It's the greatest day of my life. Dad, we love you. You're the best dad in the whole world.
Okay.
Happy Father's Day. I love you, Dad.
Why you love your dad, Teague?
Because he does everything for me, and I love him so much.
Okay.
Happy Father's Day, Daddy. And to all the fathers out there.
Happy Juneteenth, everyone.
Make sure you subscribe
And watch
The Golden Boot.
Hey, that was dope, man. Hey,
That's beautiful, man.
If I hadn't seen that a few times, I would be crying right now. So I'm glad I went ahead and got that out there.
For real, bro.
Yeah. Man, we'll get into Father's Day a little bit, but first we got somebody who I don't know if they got any children, but I know they the daddy to a lot of offensive linemen. So
they about to be sunning some offensive linemen for sure.
Oh man, Tank Jacobian Guillory is in the building. Tank, how you doing this evening?
Doing good.
All right. First off,
Like you look nervous, man.
Yeah, a little bit. I've been thinking like last week. Like last week I was so prepared, and like, you know what I'm saying, I'm on this week. It's just kind of nervous. My first podcast, so.
Oh man, hey, don't be. Listen.
Yeah.
I'm go ahead. I'm gonna tell you, the guy with the blue with the purple hat. First of all, I'm gonna let you know that hat stretch. It's got some stretch. But no, seriously though, man, we glad to have you on. It's an honor. I know I was excited when during your recruitment process, and we talked about before, it because of COVID, it feels like you've been at LSU for a long time. But I know this is coming up on junior season. I'm excited. First things first, what are you looking forward to this season?
Obviously, like the new coaches, like everybody like excluded us from the side because of the season we had last year. And personally, I know we started off kind of rough, but I mean, it's some bright parts in that season that people don't really see, like the Bama game. That was a good fight by us and Bama, and I think that we can build off that with these new coaches and play to that extreme high level that I know we're capable of playing.
Yeah,
Dope. I like it. And man, look, I just want to let everybody know, guys, this is the second Ash alum for the second week straight from Central Louisiana. So we put the ballers.
So
I just want to say, Nick Harris.
You can tell who been doing the booking on the show, huh? That's all I'm saying.
Hey, Nick Harris, baby. And now we got our guy here, Tank. Yeah. But man, Tank, you were talking about Alabama, man, and what you guys did up front. It was beautiful. But for next year, how you feeling about next year's defensive front?
Man, we got most of everybody coming back. We did lose, Neil Fair. We lost G-Lo. And we did lose Andre Anthony. But I think the guys we have coming back, it was a young core we had coming in. So me and Jaqueline came in together, then Mason came in. And now we have Makai that's in. Like, I think us up front, like this is just the inside. And we're not talking about the ends that have improved so much. And then I'm not saying that. But the ends that they've improved so much, that's gonna make us better.
Don't get in trouble. Don't get in trouble.
Don't give nothing away. Let's keep that close to the vest.
Now we like.
Let me ask you this though. Like, what have you done in this off season to take your game to the next level? And what's it been like with Jacob Flint? Leading the strength and conditioning compared to Moffitt.
I guess buy into what the messages that we have all around us, around campus. Like, when Brian Kelly came in, like, most of the walls was empty. Like, we had one team, one heartbeat, and that was it. When he came in, he wanted to put in motivation, have awareness, like being attention to detail, and like having all those quotes and stuff all over the board for us to not just like look at them and not pay attention to them, but for us to look at them and read them. And I think that really stuck out to me, and that made me want to buy in. Like Coach Flint, like when he first got there, it was weird because most of them they've never been to Louisiana. Like ever.
Yeah.
So it was kind of weird. But I mean, after they got acclimated and like got used to how we do things around, then practices started getting better. And then like we started connecting better with the coaches. And like Coach Flint was like our first introduction. Like our first workout, we wasn't expecting nothing. Like what he had us doing was not expecting. Like we're so used to doing one way.
What'd you do?
Flint, the first time we met Coach Flint was a run.
Okay.
But the warm up to the run was outrageous. Like we never did a warm up that long. You know what I mean? Like
so all right, after that first workout, was how sore were you after were you ready for it, or was it like you say it wasn't something it's something you hadn't done before? So was your body ready for it, or did it take a few days to get used to that?
When I was done, I looked around and I was like, man, these dudes ain't playing. Like these dudes are not playing. Like they like we jumping on this train now. Like they ain't slowing down for nobody.
Right.
We ain't slowing down for nobody. We just all gas, no brakes.
And Tank, man, I know you've been a weight room warrior. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times when people say that, the kid is excellent in the weight room, that means that's kind of a slight. But you can ball on the field too, right? And you can lift it. You can lift all the weight in the gym. So as far as the physical, the physical aspects of it, how much weight you down, have you gotten faster? Have you gotten stronger, you feel like, in this off-season program?
Yeah, actually, like when I came back and lost the weight that I did, like I felt a lot faster, but I still have the same strength that I had. So it's not, when we're working out, we're not necessarily working out to, to do all the weight at one time, but we're working, to gradually get stronger. So I actually do feel stronger than what I did.
Nice. So you feel
we do have
and all that good stuff. Yeah. Go ahead.
The explosive part. Yeah, I do feel more explosive. Yeah, I actually do.
Okay. Nice.
All right. We got a question from the producer. How much can you squat now?
See, that's a question we probably ain't gonna ever get answered again. Like them powerlifting days over with.
Yeah. They probably put a stop on it.
Yeah. I think last year I squatted like 620 for one, but it was y'all have seen our old stuff, so I mean that was easy.
That's lightweight for you too.
Yeah.
Come on, I mean, you're a Central Louisiana baby. We was born squatting 400 pounds, baby.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They don't really go real heavy here.
Ain't no need to. Ain't no need for you to go heavy than 620.
Let me ask you this before you put Tony question up, Pooh. Let me ask you this. All right, what D tackles, D linemen in general, do you pattern your game after? Like when you watching NFL on Sundays, like who do you study? Like, oh yeah, I need I'm gonna incorporate that in my game.
A big one is Vita Vea because how big he is, and like just people don't expect him to move like he does, and like he's not really a pass rusher, but he's a run stopper, and that's what I like to do. I like to stop the run, but like Vita Vea and Al Woods. Like, I think my first time watching Al Woods was the Saints versus Seahawks game at New Orleans. Mm-hmm. And Al Woods just jumped off the tape. And Coach Moffitt told me he's an LSU alumni, and I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So I think Vita Vea and Al Woods are two guys that I've patterned my game after.
You know, honestly, looking at your body shape, you honestly, you're shaped just like Al Woods. Y'all kind of built very similar. But I would say your game, it kind of reminds me of Dominican Sue. I don't know as far as just being physical and just
coming out
of
college. When the Dominican Sue was coming out of college, I was a real big Dominican Sue fan. Like when he was at the Lions, like at Miami, I was a real big fan. But like, you know what I'm saying, I got realistic with myself and try to learn more as like, you know, I can't do that every play. I can't go out there and break quarterback legs. Yeah. But I mean, the running backs, I know what I'm saying. That's my game. Stopping the run is my game.
Love it.
So.
All right.
Love it, man.
Now let's finally get to the questions in the chat. Our man Dobeezy said, ask Tank, what's the difference between Carter and Kane from a coaching standpoint?
Coaching standpoint. All right. For one, Coach is from Texas. Coach Carter's from Texas.
Yeah.
And Coach, you know what I'm saying, he's from the South. Coach Kane from California. Two different, completely different areas, two different dudes. But I mean, Coach Kane not gonna yell at you. Like, I'm not saying Coach Carter will, but Coach Kane not gonna yell at you. Even though you might as a player want him to yell at you, but like he'll always keep a level head, and he's always cool about everything. And like when he started coaching them, we was like, bro, this is weird. Like, why he ain't yelling? Like, cause we so used to, you know what I'm saying, Coach all up in our face and all that. But I like that. I really do like that about Coach Kane. I think me and Coach Kane's relationship has grown so much more than when he first got here. Me and Coach Carter, like Coach Carter is my guy. That's always been my guy. Like the moment he stepped on campus, it was just like I was like, man, I would really love to enjoy getting coached by this man. And we still keep in touch today. Like earlier today, I told him and Coach K Happy Father's Day. So like, you know what I'm saying, I really do keep in touch with them too. Like I really do love like being able to be coached by Coach K and Coach Carter. They both showed me so many things.
Nice.
All right. Nice. We got another question in here. I think you actually somewhat answered this one. But who are your top 3 D-line in the NFL right now?
Vita Vea and Al Woods. But I'll say the third one. I'm not gonna say Aaron Donald because that's everybody. That's everybody.
Okay. I get it. Okay.
But I like my guy, Neil Farrell. I'm always be a Neil Farrell fan. So
me too. I'm from Mobile, so I always support Neil Cardell. Listen, I love it. I love that. I do got one more because this is more of my alley as a big boy. Have you been to Smoke Bayou?
Oh man, I just tried that last weekend, like 2 weekends ago. For the first time, bro. Like we were just sitting around playing the game after the workout, and it was like Smoke Bayou, and I'm like, what are y'all talking about? I'm like, what are we doing? And they took me to Smoke Bayou. Oh my God, yeah. I would definitely be going back soon. I was gonna go today, but you know what I'm saying, I was busy, but like, yeah, I'm definitely going back.
Gotcha. Well, let me ask you, since we're talking about food, I mean, is it any like special diet you got to be on or something like that?
We're not.
What I did, I changed. I like to eat snacks. So what I did was I changed the snacks in my diet to healthier snacks, and like stop eating late at night, and you know look at my plate and be like, do I need to be eating this? You know what I'm saying? So it's why I was just basically listening to the nutritionist now. Basically, was what I was doing.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And y'all have always had a nutritionist, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like our nutritionist, like my freshman year, it was kind of like not really enforced. Sophomore year was not really enforced, so like Dr. Frakes is doing like an amazing job with us now, and I really do appreciate Dr. Frakes.
Gotcha.
Seems like under the new regime, it's a top to bottom buy-in, not just with the players, you know, but the whole staff pulling the same direction.
Yeah. I think everybody's buying in, and I think once everybody, like players are cool. Like, I think once everyone is bought into the same like goal we have, I think we're gonna be unstoppable.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is actually a one. What made you commit to LSU after the Bama game?
You already know. They won. My boy got the dub. But I mean, after the game, Coach Saban already knew. So we shook hands, and you know what I'm saying, we said our goodbyes, like, and that from that day on, I knew I was gonna be a Tiger.
Yeah. So you committed the year that we won the national championship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what was it like being in that student section after LSU won that game and seeing who was it that ran up into the
Marcel Brooks.
Marcel Brooks.
Yeah.
Did that have any kind of impact on you, or did you see that when that happened?
Me and Marcel have been cool for a long time, so we were just, you know what I'm saying, I was just hyping my boy up. I don't really, like, me and Marcel, I think me and Marcel met when he was a recruit, so like me and Marcel been known for a while, so I mean, I was just hyping him up. I mean, it was a good game. It was a good game.
Heck yeah.
Very good game.
Heck yeah. I ain't gonna lie, honestly, bro, I almost cried after that game. Hey, after 8 years, bro, dog, years like, all right, we ready.
Me and my
it
son
wasn't it wasn't no almost it. I did.
Me and my son just rewatched it every chance we get. I make him watch one of the games from that 2019 season. He gonna get raised up the right way.
Man, that 2019. And I was glad to be a recruit at that time. Like being a recruit, but being a recruit now, bro, I would kill to get back to high school right now. Like,
why would you?
The NIL, NIL is so crazy right now. Like it's ridiculous. And like what these high school kids can get right now.
Yeah.
Like if you're in high school right now, you're pretty lucky. Like for your family's sake, like you pretty set if you're top tier athlete.
Gotcha. And I know with NIL, man, you got some brand, some gear that you have also.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, like, I don't really. I'm more focused on. I feel like I have to do something more. I have to do more before I expect more. So I have to do more to expect more. So I haven't really been reaching out like I should. But I mean, I do have a couple NIL deals.
Okay.
I like it. I like that mentality. Let me ask you one more. Back to the football field. All right, who you looking forward to just dominating this year? Any particular player, any particular team that you just can't wait to, put the guard on the ground and go.
Hey, you do not have to answer that, bro.
Do not.
I'm not gonna answer it because I already know how it's on.
Don't do that.
Because y'all know what I want to say.
First of all, I already know what's gonna happen. I can see that now. Guillory on the line.
Hey, we're gonna be canceled tomorrow. Yeah, that's all. Hey, but let me ask you this, Tank. So, coming from Alexandria, tell us a little bit about your story, man.
I was born in Shreveport, actually. So I was born in Shreveport, moved to Alexandria at a young age, and I was a regular kid. And when I was 6, my mom had passed, and after that, that really changed my life forever. So I lived with my aunt most of my life, and then I was supposed to go to Peabody, if my mom was alive, that's where I was going. No questions asked. I was going to Peabody. Yeah. But my aunt was like, "Look, you're not going to Peabody, but you're going to Ash." So I think before I even played one game at Ash, I was connected to LSU because Coach Severio knew Coach O. So one day we just drove down to the Baton Rouge, and we got acquainted, but we couldn't really talk. He couldn't really offer me 8th grade. So I think when he became the head coach after my season was over with, he offered me. And ever since I think I went to a camp, and every school that I named, within the next 2-3 weeks, I had an offer from. So I named A&M, LSU, Tulane for some reason, UL, and within the next 2 weeks, I had an offer from them with the dollar.
Dope. Yeah. Man, and honestly, Tank, you play with my little brother. I think y'all are 3 or 4 years. Yeah, I think y'all are 3 or 4 years apart. But I can remember watching you at Brain, bro. or it was your freshman year, and I think it was a Monday night game or something like that. Man, we was who this kid is? You know what I'm saying? Big. You were 6 foot in the first. I mean, as a freshman. So I'm saying from I think it was your 8th or 9th grade year, man. We knew this kid is different. You know what I'm saying? From the body, then not only that, from what you was doing in the weight room. So then also hearing your story, man, that's pretty awesome, man. Because I know it wasn't easy for you. So you overcame a lot of adversity, man, and I'm happy to see you doing well. Putting on for the city.
Yeah. We got a lot of 318 guys here. If you like, it's like me.
There you go.
Michael Baskerville.
Speak on it, bro.
The punter from
Peyton Todd.
Western. Yeah, Peyton Todd.
Yeah.
We have the recruit, the transfer. He's from Shreveport.
Jared.
We got a lot of 318. Yeah. We got a lot of 318 guys.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Make sure y'all remember that whenever y'all be dissing the 318 in these comments.
You.
Man, what?
Thank you. Man. They don't know. Look, hey, Tank, we had this debate.
I don't know why they
week.
hate on you, Ant.
Oh, hey, shout out to my moms too, man. That's my mom right there. Yeah.
That's your mama.
Hey, mama. Yeah.
I would have never guessed that was your mama.
Yeah.
That's a good question, though. How much confidence do you have at the dominant spring, Tank?
I feel like I could have played better in the spring game. I had a good spring year, but in the spring game, I feel like I didn't play to my standard. But and I mean, it takes a a big person to say that. But I feel like I didn't have the best spring game. But I feel like the weight factor, like me losing all this weight, is going to play a big part in it. And I feel like I'm going to be able to go for longer than what I did in the spring. So even though the spring practices was good, the spring game to me just wasn't to my standard.
Yeah.
But I think after all this weight loss, I think this fall is going to be a real big difference.
Hey, Tank, and how big is self-evaluation to you, man, when it comes to watching film and preparation on game day and during the season?
See, it just got big to me this year. Like, I mean, it was always enforced, but like, you being in college, you don't watch film.
Yeah.
But like, I think this year I kind of matured a lot from like the college mindset. So like I went back and watched a lot of film, and I was like, man, like it's stuff you can go back and watch film and be like, oh man, this is why I got this wrong. But if I do this right, if I do it like this next time, then I'm gonna be right.
Yeah.
So I think like if you're going back and watching film, it's so important because I watched the podcast about how like that's how Aaron Donald, that's how he feels he's so great because he watches so much film, like hours and hours of film that he's already know what's gonna happen before it happens. And that plays a really big part in playing D-line. Like knowing what's about to happen before it happens.
And the cues.
Right.
Yeah, I saw that same podcast, and the way he was saying before the snap, he knows the way they about to block him, and the way they're trying to. And so, if you as big and as dominant as you are, if you got a little bit more of a head start, a little bit more of a cheat to what the offense gonna do to you, you just gonna be that more dominant, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Right.
Yeah. Let me ask this. You're more, I guess this year, you're stepping more into a leadership role versus coming in and learning it on your own or whatever. How do you feel about those guys that you are now mentoring?
I mean, I always look at it like that. I mean, I do, trying to take out a leader role because how vocal I am. But I mean, I just want everybody pulling on the same side, everybody giving the same effort. Like that's what defenses are like. Like if everybody playing balls to the wall, then we ain't got no choice but to be a great defense. Mm-hmm. And I mean, and I think what we have now, I think we're heading in that direction. So I mean, being a leader, having those guys mentor me, I mean, it means a lot because these guys, like people, like they're watching the stuff you don't think they're watching, but they're always watching. Mm-hmm. So just having that, I think. Well, let me rearrange what I said actually. Because having that, like, it kind of has a pride. I have like a pride having that because, I was one of them, because when I got there, I had somebody show me the ropes, but I mean, Neil did all that for me. So I looked up to, I mentored him and he, showed me the way to how to do it. Yeah. So that's why, that pride that I really do enjoy.
And of course, we know Tank. I mean, man, we had legends come through LSU. Glenn Dorsey, you know what I'm saying? Plenty of guys, that we can go off of. Yeah, Chad Lavallee, you know what I'm saying? Marcus Spears, legends. What does it feel like representing LSU whenever it comes to playing that D-line? And I know for you too, man, because you're a nice kid right now. You know what I'm saying? You come off very sweet, very kind, you speak very well. But we know that whenever you're on that field, it seems like you got to switch, bro. Yeah. So tell us about that too, man. Yeah.
I mean, like, I think so. Like, I got a chance. I was too nervous to talk to Glenn Dorsey. I got a chance to see him this year. I seen like him and Shaq before the game, and I was way too nervous to talk to them. I don't have to get my mind right. But I got a chance to talk to Marcus Spears this year, and I was like, I think like the alumni that went here, like but before I had the defensive lineman that went here, I'm just like, it's so much stuff you can learn from them. Like it's so much stuff, and like they all do have that switch. Like that nice guy, like Rashard Lawrence, the guy that was not before me. He was really nice, but when he got on the field, he switched it. And I think for me, like when that switch comes is when I run back to the locker room and I run to the student section. That's when that switch is flipped.
Yeah.
Those like 10 to 15 seconds, like that's when my switch is being flipped. So like that's where I switch from like, you know what I'm saying, like from nice guy to let's go get this thing done.
I love it.
Let me ask you, but pregame, when you getting your mind right, you mellowed out or you hyped up? What kind of music you listening to?
Mellowed out, hyped up. It just depends on how I'm feeling that day.
I got you.
Because like I can be listening to Future, you know what I'm talking about, like you know old Future where he all in his feelings. Or I could be listening to the new stuff. Like it just depends. It really depends.
Yeah, you're not listening to Future and Rihanna. I know you ain't listening to that. No.
Bro, you'd be surprised while I'm listening to it. I listen to you really be surprised. Like, you never really know.
Okay.
If he in his feelings, he might be listening to Kevin Gates right now. I'm just saying.
Hey, that Gates go hard. Gates back, man.
Better than that new Drake, that's for sure.
It's not even.
Bro, you can merengue to that new Drake.
Oh, man.
That dude said merengue.
All right, put Ryan comment up.
Yeah, that was the next one.
I like that one too.
All right. Who is the best trash talker on the O-line and D-line?
I don't know. I don't want to say me because that's selfish. But
you can say it.
I do a lot of
trash
talking, but I do trash talking because like I know I be knowing what they finna do. So like I'll say something about like, well, I know that I don't. It's not really a trash talk because there's so much respect on both sides of the ball. So it's not really a trash talk. It's kind of like a playful talk, like kind of like trash talk. There's so much respect between the O-line and D-line.
Yeah,
gotcha.
And Tank, man, what do you think about these new freshmen coming in? You got Quincy Wiggins, you got Emory Jones, and those guys. I mean, they're looking to make a statement. And I can't think of the
Will Campbell.
Yeah, Will Campbell. You got Will Campbell also. What do you think about those guys coming in?
See, the thing about Emory, I haven't seen Emory yet. So like Emory in the new spring with us, but I mean, he looks. I told him like when he get here, bro, just do one thing, make sure in shape. And he looks like he's in shape. So I mean, he's doing that right. Will, bro, he's gonna be pretty good. He's gonna be pretty good is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's like some things he came in doing that freshman kids don't really know how to do. So I like how he's ahead of the game. And then really him and Quincy coming in the spring shows them so much, like so many things that they didn't know what they were doing wrong in their technique. And now they can fix that and go into the fall camp and being so much better. But Quincy, he's gonna be amazing once he understands, like, because high school football in some areas isn't top tier like Ash. So like my coaches at Ash, they taught football. Some schools don't really like teach football in high school. So once he understands football, I think the game is gonna come natural to him.
Let me ask you this: who in the spring ball? Who your best matchups were against? Who you enjoy going up against the most?
Me and Charles go against each other all the time. So I mean, that's who I always been going against. So that's what I really do enjoy going against because he knows what I don't like to do. I know what he doesn't like to do. So it's really like a head match when we're going against each other. So I say Charles Turner.
Nice.
And Big AB, of course, because he's the biggest one.
Yeah, that's a big man right there, bro. That's a big man right there, bro.
Like it. Perfect. Well, I guess we can go ahead and let everybody know, guys. But if you don't know, Tank is a part of the family.
Right.
Pooh's shaking his head at me, but he's a part of the family. And what I mean, he's a part of the family is he's part of Central Louisiana. He's part of the Trojan family. But anyways, man, Tank, man, we appreciate you coming on and giving us your time today. Sure. And you guys have anything else y'all want to ask?
Bro, great interview, brother. You said you was nervous, but you did a wonderful job. You killed the brother.
Listen. They're They not gonna say it. I listen as a plus size man. I already know. Listen, we're gonna go change the shirt because we're a little sweaty, because we a little nervous. But
that man ain't sweaty.
That man cool over there, bro. He good.
He cool. He cool. Hey, listen, we like ducks on the top. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh man, that dude cool. He doing good. Under the water, it's going. It's going. But nah, man, listen, you were great. It's nothing to be nervous about. I appreciate having you on. I look forward to talking to you again. We're gonna have to find some more questions that won't get you in trouble. Somebody,
right. Well, yeah, man, Tank, we look forward to hearing from you. Hopefully in the future, we'll see.
Yes, sir.
Already, baby.
Keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Me on. I have to apologize to everybody.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, bro.
Same to you, because I meant that. I know you're gonna own some offensive line.
I got you.
Yes,
have a good one, bro. Keep doing your thing, bro.
All right. Everybody, that was Tank Guillory. Again, go out, check out his merch and everything. Go what is it? Jay the Big Boy. Check out his Instagram, his Twitter, and go out and just support your own. So again, that was Tank Guillory. Ooh, listen, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
He said, talking about he nervous, boy. He act like he been doing this for years.
Come on, man. Hey, look, that's the thing people don't know about them ass. They put us through media training and everything.
All right, next conversation.
So what's your problem?
We be They ain't had that whenever I was there.
Oh, you skipped that class, huh? Okay.
I know what I meant to ask, and I know your mama's in here. I want to have your mama come on the show and ask her, did Daniel grow into his head, or was it always that size?
Respect, bro.
No, I'm just playing. Hey, listen, Miss Williams, I appreciate you, for producing I would say a fine young man, but producing Daniel
a very handsome young man.
Yeah, if you knew the trouble he give us.
Hey, but shout out to my mom, man. My mom is a rock star, bro.
In the comments.
Yeah, we appreciate your support. Next on the topic, on the docket, the NBA Finals is over. Last week I thought the Celtics could have, had a chance to come back.
Hold on. We ain't just gonna slip by. I need some props. Can I get some props? Because whenever I said that,
he did say it.
Thank you.
He said,
what did he say?
Thank you.
He said it was over. I give
Thank
it.
you.
Oh, okay.
Hey, and what y'all said? But what y'all said, eh?
Well, I said Celtics and 7 the whole time, so I was.
I did too. But I said Celtics and 7 too, but it looked like that boy.
No, you don't. Tony, no, you don't.
Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for.
Hey, chill out, bro. I ain't going no
right there.
Hey, that is so disrespectful. Oh. Tony, we ain't cool no more, dog.
All right.
So, Menard, huh?
All right. Hey, so quick question. Steve Kerr, this is now number 4 as a coach.
5 as a player.
5 as a player. I guess as a coach this 2-part question. As a coach, is Steve Kerr underrated, and where does he rank among player coaches?
Yes, he's underrated, and I was thinking about this as far as like where do you rate him as a player coach? Because he's got 5 as a player, but Phil Jackson also got 1 as a player, and or maybe 2 as a player, and I think he was a more integral part of his team that won than Steve Kerr was for it. Not saying Steve Kerr, wasn't a key piece, but he was a role player.
I know he hit the shot for Chicago. Yeah, didn't he hit a shot for San Antonio?
He hit some key shots, but I'm saying he was mostly a role player. He wasn't starting and stuff like that. So it's kind of tough where you would put him. You know what I mean? But I mean, Pat Riley was also a player and a coach. You know what I mean? So some of these names, it's kind of hard to say, but As far as him being underrated, yeah, he definitely underrated as a head coach.
Yeah.
Mm.
Man, I'll tell you, Marvin makes a good point. Can you put that up there? Because I did want to talk about that. Man, you know what's so funny? Mark Jackson is always there, bro. Whenever it's a pivotal moment for Golden State, bro, and he always handles it with grace. I don't know if I could do that. If I drafted these guys and I'm seeing their success and knowing that I could have done the same thing possibly.
But then why didn't you?
Because I got fired. I didn't get a chance to.
He
had plenty of chances.
He had a chance. They
were also young guys.
All right, but
they were a year younger. I mean, a year older.
This the thing. What he did
they literally won the year after he got fired.
He had the same squad, but what
3 years after?
What Steve Kerr did was he took Iguodala out of the starting lineup and put Harrison Barnes in the starting lineup, and he took David Lee out the starting lineup and put Draymond Green in the starting lineup. So yes, it was the same players, but it was a totally different scheme, and the way he used those players was totally different. So you could say Mark Jackson could have done it. Then why didn't he? Why didn't he make those moves that Steve Kerr did?
He get a chance. Okay, so
he had a chance.
Let me ask you a question.
He had a chance.
Okay,
he literally did the year after he got fired.
How many championships you think Mark Jackson would have won with this squad?
Zero. He won 0 with that squad.
Wow, they were rookies.
No, they weren't.
They were not.
They were just coming into the NBA though.
Steph was in his like 4th year, bro. 5th year.
They were young players, bro.
He wasn't a rookie, bro. The thing about it was everybody's just looking at the team. Nobody's looking at what the scheme is. The scheme that Steve Kerr brought is what opened them up, is what made Steph Curry, and is what allowed them to be the Warriors that we know they are today. You could say the same thing about the Raptors with Dwayne Casey and Nick Nurse and them. Sometimes scheme matters. If you look at Ty Lue and what he did with the Cavaliers, scheme matters. And Steve Kerr brought in the scheme. He brought in the pace of the D'Antoni offense and the space of the Popovich offense and put them together. And that's what is a perfect storm for this Warriors offense.
I don't believe
it. So Daniel, he literally I would say your point is valid.
Look, Steve Kerr is awesome. He's a great and excellent coach. But I will say that Mark Jackson would have got at least one.
All right, let me ask you this. Why hasn't Mark Jackson got another head coach job then?
Bro, because he's blackballed.
I do now that I do think he is blackballed. But I will say this.
Do you know why he got fired though?
Do you know why he got fired?
Yes, I know.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Daniel.
All right, so why he got fired?
I can see if it was 3 years.
Oh, man, come on.
I can see if it was 3 years afterwards. I can see if it was 2 years afterwards.
Yeah.
Literally the very next year, he won. Steve Kerr won with that same roster.
Because of changing the scheme. Draymond is the point forward that allows Curry to run around and beat Curry. Mark Jackson wasn't doing that.
Man, look, man. Okay. We can move
on. All right. Let me ask this question.
I ain't arguing with y'all. Because I know I'm
too
right.
Too late. Okay.
Next question, please, Pooh.
Right. Go
on. What is Boston's future?
Ooh, they need a point guard. They need a point guard, bro. I like Marcus Smart. I like what he brings to that team as far as defense and his mentality, that grit. But they need somebody who can get them into an offense, who can get them easy shots, and who isn't going to turn over the ball 7-8 times a game. That they need a true point guard. They need to go get them a Malcolm Brogdon or somebody like that.
Now, hey, producer, you just got to know when to bow out gracefully. All right. When they got you cornered, sometimes you just got to run. But I think Tatum, I hope this hurts him as far as and it makes him get in the gym and just want to come out and just smash everything. Because, we all know he got the tools to be one of the best players in the league. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I think that the moment could have been a little bit too big for him. But I do think they got some pieces around to where they can come back. And I agree. They get a point guard, top-notch point guard to come in and help them. I think they'll be fine.
I'm not gonna say hold on, Pooh. I'm not gonna say the moment too big for Tatum.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that Golden State did a hell of a job of game planning for him and
Wiggins.
Wiggins especially, and making him uncomfortable. And they showed that if you send two of him and make him uncomfortable, you can get him out of his game. And it seemed like if you have a bad first quarter, it seemed like it become mental with him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And it's
getting his own way.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I mean he was making some crazy turnovers, and it's just like, man, come on, that's bonehead.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You're a better player than that.
So let me ask you this, Daniel. With going back to the logic we were just talking about with Steve Kerr and Mark Jackson. Do you feel like Brad Stevens didn't get enough time?
I mean, I think they just put him in at the right position. He was out of position. He's in the front office.
So could I say, could you, if the Celtics won, would you have said Ime Udoka won with Brad Stevens' team?
No.
Then why do you say that for Steve Kerr?
Because he literally drafted those players.
Brad Stevens did.
Brad Stevens did too.
Brad Stevens was the coach for the Celtics for the past 5 years.
But he's still involved. He's still involved.
It don't matter though. But he's not the coach no more. He was the coach, and they reached the plateau.
I love when I do this.
He was a coach, and they reached the plateau, and then you bring in a new coach with a new scheme defensively, and that allows them to propel to a height that they ain't never reached before.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So 07 LSU. Was that Nick Saban because Nick Saban won that national championship?
I would say that was his players. That's the first.
I would say it was a combination of both because Nick Saban recruited the players, but Les Miles won with them.
Okay, so let's say in this situation, let's bring it back. So in this situation, is it kind of not a little bit of?
So what did Brad Stevens do with this team?
Like you said he drafted them, right? He brought them together, right?
They didn't get out the second round. Did Nick Saban coach that same team that the following year went to a super national championship?
No.
Okay,
but you said it was his players. You said it was his players.
Okay, it was because he recruited them, but he didn't coach them.
That was 3 years. It did take 3 years after
It took like 3 years for him for LSU.
Yeah, because he was in Miami for 2 years.
2 years after he left. Yeah, for them.
Bro, I don't even know why we arguing over this, bro. Can we go to?
We brought up a crazy.
Pooh Bear is messy. Pooh Bear is super duper messy.
I asked that question.
I was trying to get done.
I asked that question.
I asked the Brad Stevens question. I just want you to understand how the logic works. But hey. Moving on. We talked about last week. We talked about listen, all the Marshall kids in the building.
Yeah, they
all
of
them.
They in here.
So hey, they about to start saying, Daniel, can you be quiet? You boring. Let my dad
talk. All right. We talked about last week. We talked about Draymond.
Yeah.
His antics, his poor play. Now that they've won, and he did kind of step his game up a little bit. Has he been vindicated for what happened, or is he just we still looking at him like doing too much?
No, I mean, in my opinion, he's still a great defensive player. You know what I'm saying? He's just not a scoring guy. You know, he played his role.
I think people who know the game will always, respect Draymond for what he does for their team. Yeah. I think it's the people who don't really know basketball, who like the casual fan who expect, oh, you're not a good player if you don't score 20 points a game, right. Who kind of see him as a laughing stock and don't really take into account everything he does as far as defense, rebounding, and stuff like that. So I think in a way he's been vindicated because, like you said, Game 6 he came to play and had his best game of the series.
They all did.
But I'm saying he showed that he's still the same Draymond. Yeah, he had a few bad games here and there, but he's still the same Draymond.
Yeah, no, he stepped his game up. And kind of like what you were saying last week, all has been forgiven if they would have won this Game 6. And
exactly.
They won Game 6, and now he out there being super duper petty.
As he should be, because people. That's the thing about it, bro. Once you throwing all that at somebody, whenever they feel vindicated, they should throw it all right back at you, bro.
Right, right. I like it.
All right. What does this mean for Steph's legacy?
Top 10 player of all time. I don't see how at this
Top
point
two shoot. I mean, it's Kobe, and then it's Steph.
Well, he's a point guard, but I mean, he's the number 2 point guard of all time. I agree with you on that.
He's the number 2. I would put him at the 2, bro.
No, he's the point guard, and if he's a 2, he's not the number 2 because there's a dude named Michael Jordan who was a 2.
Yeah, but Michael Jordan also played the 3 too a lot too.
LeBron came in as a point guard and was a 2 guard, and then was a 3 guard.
Scotty was the 3. Ron Harper was the point.
MJ played 2 and 3 also, dude.
He was the 2, but Steph is a point guard. We're just gonna end that right now. Steph is a point guard. That's how he's classified on all NBA teams and everything like that. So he's a point guard, and he's the number 2
yes,
point guard.
Y'all are.
Unfortunately, yes, y'all are.
Y'all are very famous. All right. Now I guess on the flip side, what does this mean for KD, LeBron, the rest of the NBA?
Well, I say KD, it got a little harder for you, bro, because now, all right, before this series, people could argue that all of Steph's rings had question marks, right? You know, the first one you could say Kyrie and Kevin Love was injured. Then they got KD, so he had to have KD or something like that to happen to win. Well, this year he vindicates himself. So therefore, he didn't need KD to win a ring. So it's starting to look more like KD needed him to win a ring. And so KD to me now has to go win one without Steph for him to show that they both didn't need either one of each other. You know what I mean? It wasn't a need situation. As far as LeBron, if we're talking it's not how I feel, but this is how some people will feel. If we're talking about legacy, he got 4 rings. He let somebody on his watch win 4 rings during his same era. How could you be the greatest of all time if you're arguably not even the greatest of your era when it comes to championships?
Wait, what? Wait, you can't wait. Okay, hold on. Let's go back to KD, then we'll come back to LeBron. So KD is still one of the probably all-time greatest scorers that ever played the game.
That's fair, but
all-time greatest scorers.
What has he won?
It don't matter, bro. He's still one of the best to ever do it. He has a championship. He has a championship. Not only that,
with Steph. That's what I'm saying. This right here, Steph vindicated his stuff because he's got one without KD. What does KD have without him?
That's great. Me personally, this is my opinion. That's your opinion. My opinion, KD is still KD. You know, whenever he's healthy, he's probably one of the most unguardable players in the NBA. Now, with LeBron is still the best player of this league's generation. Like this right here, you had Jordan of his era, you had Kobe of his era, and then it's LeBron. Like, don't get me wrong, Steph is still that dude, but LeBron is still LeBron, bro.
I understand.
Steph ain't surpassed LeBron.
This is the point. If Jordan, they said this is the thing about Jordan is he won 6. But look at all the greats that didn't win because of Jordan. You got Karl Malone, you got Patrick Ewing, you got Charles Barkley, you got all these dudes that never won because of Jordan.
Wait, hold up. Wait, producer, hold on.
The views and opinions expressed in the Golden Boot podcast are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Golden Boot podcast as a whole.
Hey, listen, the views written also.
Yeah, exactly.
I just want to
but see, my thing is the thing that Jordan fans will say the thing that makes him so great isn't that he just won 6, is that nobody else really won on his watch. Well, that separates him from LeBron, especially if LeBron finishes with 4 and Steph got 5, or they both equal with 4. Then somebody not only won on your watch, but they won just as much or more than you on your watch. So I agree with what you're saying. He's not a better player than LeBron. But what I'm saying is, whenever you're looking at legacy and how that impacts your legacy, if you're going up against Jordan for the greatest of all time, like most people would consider, if this guy says, hey, I won 6 and nobody else won, and you say I won 4 and my biggest competition also got 4, then who does it look better for?
Bro, LeBron has been that dude since he stepped into the league, bro.
I don't think that's the question, though.
That's not the question at all, bro.
You talking about legacy? You talking about
and legacy and rings matter. And rings matter. And if he don't even have it matters a lot. And if he doesn't even have the most of his era, how can he be better than Jordan?
So you're making this comparison to say that. So this is not a Steph and LeBron debate.
No,
this
I'm saying
is a Jordan.
The question was, how does this championship affect LeBron's legacy? And that's how it affects it, because now they're both tied. So LeBron got to win another one.
I ain't say that.
The producer being real messy, bro.
Everything
associated with Pooh Bear tonight is messy.
Steph finna go down as the most winningest player during LeBron era.
That's great, but he's still not better than his legacy. Still would not be better than LeBron's. It won't be.
I ain't say it would be, but LeBron's legacy is taking a hit if he don't win another one. That's all I'm saying.
But how many years LeBron been in the game, bro?
All right,
and been running it.
I'm just saying LeBron may have. He might have another one if not for J.R. Smith.
That's and
honestly, if AD wasn't out for 75% of the season, he probably could have been playing.
Hey, let me ask you this. Why AD over there? Who wanted him over there?
LeBron.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
All right, so
you blaming AD. It seems to me like LeBron shouldn't have went and got a washed up, injury prone guy.
Man, come on, man. And that's the thing. Everybody be talking about LeBron went team up. You know how many people play with superstars?
They do.
All throughout
the
NBA.
Did I just criticize him for that? Did I criticize him for that?
But you're saying that he went teamed up with AD like
he did. He should have went. No, I did not. I'm saying you just blamed AD for being hurt. And I said he went and got a guy who was always hurt. So how are you blaming AD whenever he has shown he was always hurt? You can't blame a guy for being injury prone. That's his history.
Man, come on, man. AD hurt his pinky. He out for 2 months. Come on, bro.
And he was the same way in New Orleans. LeBron should have known that.
Man,
but that's the thing. Y'all gonna blame AD instead of saying, hey, why did LeBron think that he could fix this dude?
Hey, like my therapist say, the only person that you're in charge of is yourself. All right.
My point exactly. So he can't fix that boy.
All right. So we can talk about the past, but let's talk about the future. 2023. Who's your favorite right now?
Golden State.
I got a feeling it's coming out the East.
I like Dallas.
That's not a bad one. That's not bad. I feel like they one piece away. I feel like they're one more piece away. And so right now I can't give them that. But if they make a trade and get a Miles Turner or somebody like that, they'll be right there.
Yeah.
But mine is, I think the finals gonna be Milwaukee versus Golden State next year. That's where I'm going right now.
That's fair.
I don't want to say Milwaukee, but Milwaukee is probably going to be my favorite next year. I don't want that to be the case, but
and you know what? I'm not going to count Brooklyn out.
All right, but
I ain't going to count Brooklyn.
I am.
So
tripping,
moving on.
I'm tripping, man. And you know what, producer? That is a good point. The Pels, is Zion come out?
I'm not even finna be a homer. I'm not finna be a homer and say that we the favorite, but I will say that we can win.
Yeah.
But to say that we're the favorite is a little bit that's a lot of homer. But I will say
if Zion not I didn't say that.
All right, so we looking for a producer. If anybody wants to come be a producer, we have an opening for a producer.
He said if Zion not fat. I didn't say if he was fat.
We about to have an opening for a producer if y'all want one.
Hey, that's hilarious, bro.
Y'all are killing me tonight. All right. So in order to be the favorite, it starts with the draft. The draft is this Thursday for the NBA. That slipped up on a lot of people.
Nobody knows that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know. Why is it not a big deal like in the NFL?
Well,
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, I would say, God dang it.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
All right. So I would say it's because you have probably 4 or 5 guys like consistently that are just that might be worth something, and then a lot of them are just role players or they're out of the NBA in 2 years. Whereas with the NFL, I feel like it's you're literally adding pieces. You know what I'm saying? You can literally change, you can change a franchise with drafting 2 or 3 players, and they can go on and win you a championship or something, or you can make the playoffs. But I just feel like whenever it comes to the NBA, you don't have as many game changers that are being drafted year in and year out. Just my opinion.
I get that. I get that.
Before you start, I love your kids, man. They so funny.
You talking about my kids?
Pray for me.
No,
you talking about his kids?
Comments, yeah.
I'm damn confused.
Hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
That's so crazy. But I think I agree with what you're saying. That's part of it. But I also think the fact that the way, if you look at the schedule of the NFL and the way their stuff is, the Super Bowl in February, right? Then you got like a whole month and a half leading up to the draft.
Yeah.
Whereas the NBA draft, the season just ended 3 days ago, and the draft is a week after the season, pretty much. So I think that if you get, I think that if you had like a month of no bats, because like when they do the combine and all that, like we watching playoff games and stuff, we're not keeping up with, you know what I mean?
True.
Other than so if they waited until the season was over, then maybe it would give us a chance to actually follow the draft process, and instead of trying to watch the games and that at the same time.
Let's be honest. Of course, this will never happen, but let's just say the NFL draft was a week after the Super Bowl, right?
It wouldn't be as big, I don't think.
I don't
know, because you wouldn't have. Well, look, think about it, Daniel. You have ESPN for a month doing all kind of draft prep,
about draft combines,
and draft combine and draft prep and all that. If they didn't do that, I don't think the NFL draft would be as big.
Yeah, because they made it an event, but I still think you'll probably get more views, more followers. Because of course, America loves their football. You know,
I'm not saying that people wouldn't watch the NFL draft if they, moved it a week after the season. I'm saying having it that far and allowing that build up and that momentum getting to it makes it a bigger spectacle. Then a week after the season, there's the draft. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Me personally, I ain't even watched half of the draft prospects and stuff like that because I've been watching the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So,
hey, this is something I noticed. This year is the first year that I can recall that the NBA finished before the NHL.
Great. I haven't noticed because I don't watch the NHL.
Hey, chill out, bro. Chill out, bro.
You have
Colorado Avalanche coming, bro. They're coming.
Yourself. Man, I ain't
Tampa Dynasty about to end this year, baby.
You know what? I have went to a minor league. I have went to a minor league.
You're so uncultured.
I am very cultured. It's just not when it comes to those events.
Peasants.
Hey, how many people, let's be real, comment section, how many people actually watch hockey? Comment section. We know y'all are just, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all just watch.
I have been watching it. I've been watching hockey for the past 3 weeks now, sir. I'm not.
So you haven't watched it before that?
Nah, I just started watching it the other day, and the reason why I started watching it is because I couldn't find my remote, and so I sat there and watched the game, and it was very interesting. So I've been watching it ever since.
And when I was in Tulsa, I did go to a hockey game. It was very entertaining.
Hey, we used to have a hockey team in Monroe. We used to have. They don't have a halftime.
Yes, they do.
Intermissions.
They have intermissions.
Yeah,
they They have
That's
two
halftime.
intermissions.
I'm sorry, two intermissions.
Half is in the middle. You can't be in the middle of 3. So they have intermission 1 and intermission number 2.
I felt like it was halftime. So
Hey, the first time I went to a hockey game, at the end of the third, everybody was getting up, and I was like, "Man, we got one more quarter." And they was like, "Nah, bro, we only play 3." I was like, "Man, I feel cheated."
Hey, but you know what's crazy though? Like with hockey, how come it's okay to fight in hockey and fight in baseball, but you can't fight in football?
I got an answer. I'm just not gonna do it.
We're
today.
not gonna talk about it today.
Happy
Exactly.
Juneteenth.
Okay.
It's culturally okay to fight in hockey. I'll just leave it at that.
I mean, they be throwing bows.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's part of the culture in hockey. Leave it at that.
So we just talked about the NBA draft. I know we got sidetracked a little bit. My bad. One person we do know who will be in the green room is Tari Eason. He was invited to the green room. First question. Well, I ain't gonna even say first question. First comment. He is pretty much guaranteed to be the highest drafted player under Will Wade, unless he gets picked 25.
Yeah, I was about to say, be careful.
Unless
he's guaranteed. He's projected.
He's almost.
Yeah, he's projected to be. Yeah, because last year, if you would have told me that Cam would have won 20s, I would have thought you was crazy. I thought he was going in the 18. I thought he was going 18 or something like that. Mm-hmm. So
that brings up another great point. That's why Brooklyn could possibly get it done. But go ahead.
But anyway, I just think that the fact that he was invited to the green room is a good sign in him going in the lottery. Yeah. But I'm not ever,
which is going to the next question.
Top 14.
Where will he be drafted?
I think he's gonna be drafted around that 14 mark. 13 to 15 is what I've been saying for about the past month now, and I think I'm sticking with that. I think he goes in the end of the lottery, but to a better team. You know, like a team that's sort of kind of right there on the verge of contending, and not somebody that's in a complete rebuild.
Which would be good for him because I still do think he's a little raw.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Will there be any more LSU Tigers drafted?
I don't want to be negative, dog, but I'm saying no. And the reason why I'm saying no is because if you look at the other two options, you got Darius Days and you got Sharif, right? The thing about Days is he's a second round pick. But with his age, does a team want to go after a 22, 23-year-old whenever they might could get an 18-year-old, 19-year-old, you know what I mean, later in that same spot, you know? So I think his age might hurt him. And Sharif, the injuries, bro, he might get a chance, sign with somebody after the draft, but I think his injuries is gonna hurt him.
Let me ask you: Is Sharif kind of being forced to go into the NBA draft?
I wouldn't say forced. You talking about because the report of him coming back or withdrawing from the draft, but I think he could play college ball somewhere if he didn't want to go to the league. I just think it's to the point to where he's been hurt so much. At what point do you keep risk another injury? And at what point do you say, man, look, there's really nothing more I can do to help my stock. I might as well just go ahead and go for it now.
Right.
Completely agree.
And that's the good thing about basketball also is it's kind of like with football for the most part, granted there's a lot of leagues that are coming up, but with basketball, man, you can go over and play in China and play in Europe and you can be just as big over there as you would be here.
You ain't got to go that far.
The G League.
Yeah. So, staying with the topic of basketball, but focusing on LSU, this week, Coach McMahon had an interview with John Rothstein. I didn't get a chance to fully watch it, but Ant, I know you did. Tell us about it.
Basically, to me, he seemed like almost the exact opposite of Will Wade. Will Wade was, a whole bunch of excitement and he was very entertaining to listen to and all that. It's like the exact opposite with McMahon. He's very straightforward and he's very even keel. And I think that might be great for the program though. You know what I mean? I think if you look at Will Wade and his personality on the sideline and some of that some of the antics and stuff he had on the sideline, I don't know how much that'll hurt the team in a sense. And when you got a coach like Popovich or like Phil Jackson or somebody who's gonna be more even keel, it might help the team and it might help them not have so many ups and downs, roller coaster type, momentum swings on the court. So he definitely doesn't have that same personality, but he seems to be more focused in on the X's and O's and just the basketball part of it.
Yeah, McMahon, he kind of reminds me of a person who eats Honey Nut Cheerios. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he eats regular Cheerios. He don't eat Honey Nut Cheerios.
Yeah, he just eats Cheerios and he probably puts like Splenda in it. You know what I'm saying?
And
like
saltine crackers plain.
Saltine,
like that.
Exactly, like straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? I don't like too much gravy on my rice.
Killing it, man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all so funny.
But I'm saying I kind of like that though, because I don't have to worry about who is he giving bulletin board material to, or this child right here, bro.
Breakfast cereals.
We're talking about cereal, baby. Yeah. And I know you're gonna say the Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the best. I know, but but yeah, I think his personality is it kind of reminds me of like Brian Kelly and Jay Johnson. You know what I mean? It just all about business, and we here to get the job done, and that's really all it's about.
You know what? That is good. So does Woodward kind of like his guys to all eat Cheerios?
Hey, so LSU will host Texas Tech.
I'm just saying.
They will host Texas Tech in the Big 12 SEC Challenge for 2023. Y'all have gone off the rails.
Nothing is wrong with Cheerios. Cheerios is just straight forward. Like, I mean, you know what you get when you bite into Cheerios. It's like it's Cheerios. I ain't getting nothing.
I got. You know what? Since we gonna talk about cereal, I got a story for y'all. Daddy, I ain't never told you this story. It's off the rails. We might as well let it go. Daddy, I've never told you this story, but so here's the thing. So I deployed in 2011, and right home, talking home and on the stuff. I called my dad and I was like, hey, can you send me some cereal and stuff? He was like, yeah, I got you. I'm gonna send some, and send some snacks. And I got my box and I got my snacks and I get cereal and it was Raisin Bran. I never asked my daddy for another thing when I was in Iraq. But I love you. Happy Father's Day, Daddy. I love you.
Oh, hey, man, was trying to make sure you get the nutrients, dog.
Hey, man, I was listen. I
have plenty of fibers, plenty of protein.
Hey, Daddy, first step that, bro.
Hey,
man. Hey,
listen.
Hey, what? I bet you he didn't even go to the store. He just went in his cabinet and grabbed one that he already had.
Hey, you see what AY? Come on,
bro. Man.
Come on,
bro. Not today, bro. Not today, man. Not today.
But I used to put peanut butter in my Cheerios. Peanut butter in your Cheerios with some.
Bro, that's worse. That's worse than Chris.
I was just going to say you can never talk about Chris again.
Bro, have you ever tried it? You've never tried. Have you ever tried peanut butter and Frosted Flakes?
Why are you putting peanut butter in everything?
You know
what? Bro. You might be allergic to peanuts. That's why your head swole up.
Man, chill out. I eat peanut butter almost every day.
Exactly.
You look like Mr. Peanut over there while you're talking.
Hey, y'all need to eat peanut butter. It'll probably help you.
Bro, y'all crazy, man.
All right, on the last basketball topic. All right, last basketball topic. Kayla Porter was picked up by the Indiana Fever. So
yeah, she finally got a chance. Yeah, she deserved a shot at the league.
Yeah. All right. This next story gonna be fast. Literally, LSU track. Aaliyah Armstrong won the 100-meter hurdles, won the national championship in 100-meter hurdles with a 12.57. That is the first for LSU, and I forgot. I gotta go back and look. I want to say either in the history or in like 20, 30 years. Either way, congratulations to you.
Shout out to the former Lady Tigers. Shakira
Yeah,
Richardson
Sha'Carri.
and Aaliyah Hobbs for doing their thing on the national stage.
Yeah, and she coming back with a vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so all your people that was
And I look
talking
forward to
noise,
it.
you're
I
right
look
about the
forward
young
to it.
girl. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
better
All
watch your
right.
mouth.
So this is a story we actually saw last week, but we couldn't get to it because of all the stuff that was going on. Lincoln.
Hey, see, Tony gets it. Tony gets it, y'all.
No, Tony.
Tony, was it good?
I'm glad Pooh Bear froze on that because we did not need to entertain this.
Why not?
Mm-mm.
Hey. All right. So, you know, I guess for right now, it's just me and you.
Well,
All
nah,
right.
but what he was about to say was that Lincoln Riley said that the reason why he left Oklahoma was because he couldn't get the players to win a national championship, and it didn't have anything to do with the SEC. Oh, there you go. Yeah. All right. I tried to keep us on track, Pooh, because
I appreciate it. I don't know what's going on. Well, I do know what's going on.
Yeah.
What happened?
Hotel internet, man.
But yeah, basically, Dan, you know, he was saying that the reason why he left, the reason why he left was because he couldn't get the players he needed at Oklahoma to win a national championship, and it wasn't because of the SEC. I disagree with that. Man, you made it to the playoff how many times?
Yo, Lincoln Riley, bro.
Man, you must have the players you needed. Go ahead.
This OU and Lincoln Riley feud is hilarious, bro. Like, it is drama filled. And whenever the documentary come out, how Lincoln Riley then brought the USC back, it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny, yo. Cause no disrespect to Nick Harris, that's my guy. But man, you ain't about to win nothing anytime soon, bro. Like, come on.
3 for 3 now, baby. 3 for 3.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Now we're gonna see all them little letters just typed in.
Yo, he got his whole squad in this thing.
Another Marshall. We already know who it is.
Now, if he come in here and he start typing, that's a problem. I'm gone on that note.
Hey, father. Yeah.
Crazy. That is a good movie, though, by the way. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a good movie.
Hey, yes. Hey, LSU versus USC. Isn't that next year?
2024?
That's 4. Yeah.
Okay. Dog, I'm so ready for that.
And that's in Vegas, ain't it?
Yes.
Hopefully we'll have sponsors by then and we can go live on location.
Hey, speaking of sponsors, cue that.
Drop it.
The Golden Boot Pod is proud to announce that merchandise is now available. We have everything from t-shirts and hoodies, to hats and beanies, to drinkware, to wearables and blankets. You can find it all under the merchandise tab at thegoldenboot.podbean.com or go directly to thegoldenboot.com. As always, thank you for supporting the Golden Boot Pod.
Along with the promo, we also got a Make Small Podcast Great Again hat that's going on, and it is fire. Okay, go get you one of them. But now let's talk about donations, right? Guys, go ahead, take a screenshot of that, donate via Cash App. You know what I'm saying? Hey, big ups to AD, man, for getting that funeral chicken shirt. Pooh Bear with the design. It was flawless, right? Flawless execution. Guys, go check out the merch website. Like some of y'all got no swag, and we trying to help y'all. So go check out our website, okay? All right. But anyways, donate via Cash App, guys, if you want to keep seeing this merch come out. If you think we're doing a good job, and if you think we need to do better, donate, right? So we can all get better, and we can bring on more people who's better than we are. All right. And let's see. Pooh Bear, see, if you donate, Pooh Bear could actually get his hair done, right? So we said
you don't want to go there. You don't want to go there live on the show. You don't want to go there. I hurt feelings in real life.
So he could go get his hair done, get it retwisted, right?
If y'all donate, if y'all donate, then Daniel can get some new elastic for his hat, and then the drawstring on his hat will be able to be tightened up, and it won't be sagging like it is right now.
As a matter of fact, Rich donated last weekend, and Daniel could finally buy some real headphones and not stop stealing those Spider-Man headphones.
Yeah, stealing your son's headphones, man.
He said I could borrow it.
My kids would have made me pay for it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey, I bet they don't fit no more. I bet his headphones way out here now.
My kid, hey, we keep it in the family. There's the reason why my son makes straight A's, okay? All right.
Because he take after his mama.
You know what they say about people with big heads. They got very large brains. All right. Keep it going, man. Come on. Come on. Keep it going. Let's go.
Speaking of LSU football.
Jesus Christ.
LSU got a commitment from 2024 safety Maurice Williams II this past week. BK takeover is in full effect. It's already starting off for next year.
Yes, sir.
I like it. One thing helping that success is the camps, the elite camps going on at LSU that have been happening pretty much every weekend in June. What are y'all thoughts so far? Things that you've seen in the
kid,
press.
That kid Harlem Berry, I think his name.
Oh, he's got some big buzz behind him now.
Bruh.
4.38.
Bruh.
Fast.
They made that dude in the lab somewhere. Oh, and y'all been asking me about him. Well, y'all got to see him for yourself down in Baton Rouge. 318's own Big Lance Hurd.
Yeah.
And he looked as good as advertised, man. So that's really my two takeaways. Besides the LCA kids, I think they had 3 or 4 of them too. That quarterback, Juwan Johnson, I think
he's hanging it up.
Yeah, man, that dude right there, bro. I see why LCA. I ain't gonna talk about Chris Boyd, but I see why LCA dominated last year in the playoffs.
But you know what? And this is another reason why I'm so happy to be back in Louisiana, because I'm living in Lafayette, so I get a chance to actually go out and see those boys play. So I'm really looking forward to football season this year. But not only that, what I like about the LCA quarterback is he's hanging it up, guys. He said, I ain't going no more camps. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to focus on and try to help my team win a championship. So with that being said, I think that looks really good for LSU.
Xavier.
Put up AD's comment, producer. If I'm not mistaken, didn't I see that? No, he was just at the camp. He was at the camp. He didn't get offered. But I got Debo. Yeah, I got Debo.
Hey, check this out. It should be from everything I heard. It should be coming very, very within like the next few weeks.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna have to reach out to him, see if he'll come back talk with us.
Yes, sir.
Something we talk about often: the portal giveth and the portal taketh away. Sonny Fanua has transferred out.
Yeah. Hey, didn't Quentin Skinner transfer too? Like we had
Skinner. That's the long snapper, right?
Yeah.
He transferred a long time ago. He was at the beginning. Of the,
okay.
That was before spring. So yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah. Best wishes to him. His destination. I think he has 1 year of eligibility left.
Yeah, but
he's kind of like one of them kids. Like you felt like he'd been around the program for a very long time. You know, kind of like Miles.
5-6 years. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I mean,
and, go ahead. Whenever he actually came in last year, I mean, he did pretty well.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, good luck to that kid.
Yeah, I'm not mad at the kid. He did what he had to do. He got his degree. You know what I mean? He's earned that right for him to be able to go where he wants to go and be able to play, you know, or start or whatever he wants to do in his last year. So best of luck to him wherever he lands.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, so I got a fun topic for y'all. How much would it take for you to sell your soul and be a fan of your rival?
Yeah, this question comes from the Live Tour where all those players was taking all that money. You know what I mean? So how much would it cost? How much would it cost for you to be a Bama fan, Dane?
Ooh. Dang. Oh man, to be a Bama fan, dog, that's a hard one, bro. Heck no, bro. Heck no. I'll be real with you. Yeah, that is cheap, bro. You wrong for that. I'll say probably Probably about $5 million.
$5 million?
$5 million. Yep.
It's gonna take some generational change in what's called because I
$5 million.
I can't stand on.
I'm gonna put it to you like this. It's gonna take for me. Alabama ain't really. I don't hate them as much as I hate Florida. I've been hating Florida since I was like 5. So Florida is the one for me, and it's gonna take a Brian Kelly contract plus an Ed Orgeron buyout.
Florida. That's a
Mm.
good one too.
I need $100 million plus an Ed Orgeron buyout for me to be a Florida fan. Cause
you know what? It'll be like that for A&M for me. A&M. I could not cheer on A&M, bro.
All right, Pooh. Alabama fan.
I think it's gonna take, like I said, it's gonna have to take some generational change and wealth for me to.
You got to put a number on it. Yeah, you didn't put a number on it either.
Oh, yeah, he said Brian Kelly. He said Brian Kelly.
100 million? 100 million? Okay.
100 million. I need 100 million.
For Alabama.
No, for Alabama, no, it ain't gonna take that much. I had friends and family play for Alabama, so it ain't gonna cost me as much to root for Alabama.
I got, you know what? I could put a number on you. Watch this segue. It's probably gonna take some like 4 years, 100 mil, something like what the Dolphins are allegedly pursuing Sean Payton for. What are y'all thoughts?
We already talked about this like 2 months
as long
ago,
as they get the Saints 2 first-round draft picks and 2 second-round draft picks.
So Daniel, we did talk about this, the alleged story,
but with Brady,
and talking about, but now it's just come up that might be. I don't know how real it is. I don't know if that's just Sean Payton's agent trying to drive up a price so he can get this TV contract.
This Dallas Cowboys job, man. Sean Payton want to coach, bro.
I think I say this: if I don't care what he getting paid to coach or where he's going to coach, only thing I care about is what kind of compensation is coming back toward the Saints. All I need 2 firsts and 2 seconds from wherever he decided to go.
Right, because it's obvious he doesn't want to coach for the Saints anymore.
That's fine. I look, and I'm not one of them people who finna be, if you don't want to be here, cool, bye. You know what I mean? But just make sure that wherever you go, they give us what they owe us.
Right. And I mean, especially after he kind of left our franchise in disarray.
Yeah, signing Taysom Hill to a big old contract.
Right. Yeah. I think it's funny, but you know what, Pooh? I do think it's kind of funny though that you had the whole Brady situation and Sean Payton situation coming back. Well, not so much Brady, but it's coming back up again. It's kind of funny. Why is it coming back up now? What's the reasoning behind that?
I don't know.
If I'm not mistaken, Brady did an interview and they talked about it or something like that. But I don't.
Boy, you ain't got loud.
Yeah. So next topic, Saints minicamp. It's been a lot of footage coming out. Jarvis with the one-hand catches, Tyrann Mathieu with the fluid hips and the movement. Mike Thomas back on the field.
Yeah.
What are y'all thoughts?
I mean, it's hard for me to get excited about Jarvis Landry catching one-handed. I mean, he's been doing that forever. I'm not excited about that. I'm ready to see. Look.
But it's the first time you've seen him do it as a Saint, though.
I'm not excited about that, man. I'm not excited.
I tell you the best thing that I saw, I think, out of minicamp, the first day of practice, Dennis Allen made the defense do up downs before they even did a drill.
Yeah.
And I like that because to me it shows that he ain't letting the intensity of the defense, leave just because he ain't in charge of the defense no more. You know what I mean? Right. It's like I had that Sanders stuff for y'all when I was the DC, and even though I'm the head coach now, don't think stuff sweet now. You know what I mean? Right. Like we still finna be the same type of defense. We're gonna have that same intensity. So to me, I like that. And I like that, he ain't giving them a pass and he holding them just as accountable as he would if he was the DC. But my main question is Jameis and how how his rehab is going. You know what I mean? He don't look like he limping as much anymore and stuff like that. So I just wonder if he on track with his recovery and when he'll be cleared to be 100%.
Yeah. No, I'm ready. I'm ready for my boy Winston. I'm really excited about him, man. Him actually getting weapons and just he's always positive. You know what I'm saying? So I really want him to do well, and I hope he's ready game one. I really do.
He's matured a lot since he got married and had the kid. Yeah, you can tell
100%, bro.
And
I hope he comes out with another speech. When was he did? We're gonna eat it.
No.
I'm ready for some more of those speeches, bro.
Leave that in Tampa, dog. We don't need that no more. Bro.
Hey,
Tampa.
I love it, bro. I love
leave that in Tampa, dog.
All right. So Marcus Davenport went. He didn't go full John Pierre Paul, but he did have a partial amputation, having his pinky finger removed.
And why you laughing? That's not funny, bro.
No, I was saying because he said John Pierre Paul.
Thought you was laughing at Davenport.
Nah, that's my guy. Davenport, my dude, bro.
I didn't see what happened to cause the
if I'm not mistaken, it was an injury that he had that just never ever healed correctly, and he ended up having to get amputated. But as long as he can still bull rush and rush that passer like he does.
What finger was it?
I think his left pinky finger.
Left pinky.
Yeah.
Pinky finger.
Yeah. So, AD, that's actually the next topic. Saints unveiled their new black helmets this week.
No, Daniel, they don't have one in your size. No, they don't, Daniel.
No, they can fit Cam Jordan's head. They can fit mine.
No comment. I owe you one. There was kind of mixed feelings about it. A lot of people liked it, but there were some people who I don't know if they were just because they were traditionalists, but they weren't feeling the helmet. What do y'all think?
I like it.
I like the color. I don't like the white leaves in the middle. Yeah,
me neither. I like the color scheme though. Yeah,
I like the color scheme.
Wear with the white jerseys and the black pants, and it'll be fine.
Yep. Yeah. I like it.
All right. So this next one, we ain't gonna have to stay on it long, but I do want to bring it up. Our man Joe Shiesty, Joe Burrow, was asked a question this past week about gun control. And he made comments that let's just say it had some people in their feelings. I didn't get the clip, but basically he said that I'm trying to get his right wording. If they can't outlaw all of those, everything, then they should do what they can to limit the sale or to get rid of those guns that are constantly being used, or make it harder to get that weapon. I personally didn't find anything wrong with what he said because I understood what he said. He wasn't saying take everybody's stuff, but he was just saying, make it harder to get. And I know that might turn into a political conversation. So, but
I'm gonna try to keep it
because I know something
political.
I know something I didn't hear nobody say. Shut up and just quarterback.
Yeah,
interesting. But I would say this: we gotta remember what Joe from. Joe not from the South. You know what I mean? So the way guns and stuff are viewed in the South isn't gonna be his same viewpoint. So I think before we just start judging people and start taking shots and calling people names and stuff like that, we need to take a step back and kind of look at the whole context of the situation. And like you said, he wasn't calling for guns to be removed or anything like that. Yeah. He was just answering the question on what he thought was a solution to the problem in America. So I think as fans, we need to not rush to judgment so much and kind of, look at the whole picture from sometimes. But
I think it's cool for him. Look, that's his opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, you stick a camera in his face and you ask him a question and he answer it. And if you don't like the answer he gives, fine, move on. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't like it, perfect. If you like it, excellent. I guess my take on it is something has to be done. You know what I'm saying? Something has to be done. I don't think that you can operate the same way, and especially after what just happened to those kids in Texas, and think that it's okay for change not to come. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all one phone call away for us being in that exact same seat, as those other parents. And for me, I just feel like, man, yeah, something has to be done. Like, I'm all for having, look, I got a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna protect my family. But at the end of the day, bro, I don't need a gun that's gonna shoot 60 bullets a minute. I just don't.
So context is everything. And I looked at the chat and I saw Ryan's comment. It says, I like them with the whites. And I was like, what's going on? Not on Juneteenth. Then I realized we were just talking about the black Saints help.
The jerseys.
The jerseys, bro.
My bad. All right. So we talked about, well, it ain't really selling your soul, but we talked about big contracts. Minka Fitzpatrick got paid, or is getting paid.
Yes, he
5 years worth $73.6 million.
Let me say this.
About time Alabama played something.
To me, that team is backwards. And I say it like this: they are spending most of their money on defense.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at their team,
we got defensive-minded head coach, though.
True, but if you look at the league, the teams that are winning are the teams with high-powered offenses.
But you got to stop them too, though.
But you still got to have one, and they're spending the least amount of money in the league on offense. They got Mitch Trubisky and a rookie quarterback. You got a rookie running back, and you pretty much have no weapons out wide.
Yeah.
You spending all that money on defense, and I get it. You got Joe Burrow in your division. You got the Browns. You got Lamar Jackson in your division. But how are you going to score? And I think that they need to kind of look at that in the way they built their team and maybe think about putting all their eggs on the defensive basket and start putting some in on offense.
All right. Daniel, or I don't know if your kids watching, but they're gonna be mad because you ain't gonna say nothing for a minute. So LSU baseball.
You can bring me down.
All right, and LSU baseball, the two paid assistants, Dan Fitzgerald has taken a head coaching job at Kansas, and Jason Kelly took the head coaching job at Washington. LSU is now searching for a what was Fitz? Was he? I know Kelly was the pitcher coach. Was he the hitting coach?
No. Jay Johnson is the hitting coach. He's the recruiting guy. He's the head recruiting guy.
Okay. All right. So now LSU has to replace them. On top of that, transfer portal again. Cranford, Geo, and Holtz are transferring.
Yep. And honestly, bro, the only one of those that I hate to see anybody leave, obviously, but the Giacomo is the one that stings the most, just because of how long he's been here and what he's meant to the program while he's been here.
Right.
He's one I'm hoping gets to land somewhere and make some noise for wherever he lands. But speaking of the transfer portal, it giveth is just as much as it taketh. And Go ahead with that one. If he lands on campus, the pitcher from Creighton, 2-time Big East Pitcher of the Year, if he don't get drafted high enough, he is exactly what LSU needed to go after in the transfer portal. We need pitching, bro. We got to get some pitching. And if they can get that kid from was it UCLA? No, not UCLA. Where's he from? The other kid, the one who got the back injury. If they can get him,
Oh,
and
that
if
is
he
you.
could be
I think that is UCLA. If I'm
okay,
not mistaken.
yeah. If he can be completely healthy, then getting both of them two guys in your rotation, along with some of the recruits you got coming in, is exactly what Jay Johnson needed to do.
All right, let me ask you this question because you kind of touched on it. Positions we need to go after in the portal.
Shortstop, pitching. That's really the only ones I got. Well, you really your middle infield. I say middle infield as a whole. But yeah, that's middle infield and pitching. Honestly, bro,
I
can never.
I
have
think we
enough
got.
of that.
I think we have two really good possible shortstops if they don't get drafted high enough. But I think we might end up losing them because Jay Johnson has done a heck of a job in recruiting just to even get those guys to commit. But I think he recruited some guys that are so good that the MLB is also looking at them. So
I agree with you. I agree.
All right. And last talk on baseball. The College World Series is kicked off. It kicked off on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Thursday, Friday. One of those days. Friday. Okay, thank you. The SEC had 4 teams to make it to Omaha. None of them named Tennessee. Just saying.
Well, if you look at it, none of them named any of the traditional SEC powers. LSU, Mississippi State, Florida, Vanderbilt, none of them made it.
Mm-hmm. You had Ole Miss. Yeah, you had Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Auburn, and Arkansas.
Yep.
First 2 games, it's kind of they cancel each other out because Auburn lost to Ole Miss. Arkansas blew the doors off of Stanford.
And then A&M
lost to they lost to Oklahoma, and then they're playing in elimination today against Texas.
They already beat them.
Oh, they did beat them? Okay. Well, there you go. So with that concludes baseball talk. Let's bring up Aunt Duck now so we have some headroom. There you go.
Okay.
All right. Oh, my bad. I fell asleep. I'm good now.
Oh, you was headed to bed?
You know how I know you ain't fall asleep because your head would have tipped over and fell all out the chair.
Hey, I heard you got a kickstand for your head.
Bro, y'all see, I don't even say nothing about y'all. Yeah, I just try to keep it kosher. I don't try to, my pastor's watching.
Well, you try to talk about Pooh Bear dread. You try to talk about all kind of stuff, bro.
Pooh Bear do need to get his dreads done. His hair nappy.
Hey, I know that you ain't took that head off so we can see that hairline.
And I know that your line is crooked, but I ain't saying nothing about that.
My head just crooked.
I just hey Pooh Bear head ain't nappy, man. I'm just playing. He do need a haircut though. But go ahead.
That boy said head bobbing. That boy Brian trying to take you out now and say head bobbing.
Ryan was talking about we need a link since I'm in Lafayette now. No, Ryan, we're not linking. If we do, I'm gonna push you down.
That's so stupid, boy. All right. Hey, you said your pastor watch. Go ahead, cue that music. Time for the altar call.
Yeah.
Where we at? All right. I know we want to end on a high note. Okay, you want to go, Daniel? Daniel, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to go, baby.
Hold on. Daniel, where's your stuff? Hold on. Give me. Oh, there it is. All right, Daniel, go ahead.
All right. So, Ja Morant, please come to the altar, my guy. All right. So of course, Ja Morant. A little backstory: Ja Morant and Draymond Green have been subtweeting each other. And, it's obvious, Ja is a little frustrated, that Dre, has won another championship and Ja hasn't. We all know, man, Ja will be one of the next and up and coming all-stars in the NBA. And he's been a star for a while now. But this is what I do not like. For the people who's listening, So it says, Ja, why do you get on here thugging? You are rich, right? That's what a fan tweeted to Ja, reply to one of his comments. And this is what Ja Morant had to say. Because the money won't ever change me. Been on that. Still on that. Forever on that. Won't ever speak on it. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? But it comes a time whenever you're talking to people that's not in your tax bracket, bro. And your tax bracket is completely different than what it was 10 years ago. And you know you're not with that. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, you have an audience. Let's get it serious. You have an audience. You have kids that are watching you. You literally, probably within the next couple of years, you have a chance to be the face of the NBA just off of your talent alone. You're very marketable. So my thing is, why do this? You know what I'm saying? Why perpetrate like this? You know you ain't about to do nothing. We know you're not about to do nothing. You're not about to risk those millions. I hope you're not. So my thing is, man, get yourself together. Get yourself together. Aaliyah, you are hurting my feelings. Jesus. Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
Aaron Hernandez would like to talk to you.
Your kids are vicious.
This guy right here crazy, bro. I told y'all to pray for me, man.
Yeah.
I need it, bro. You got that for me, Pooh?
Let's go.
All right. So, as everybody knows, today is Juneteenth. And as with every holiday, the LSU athletic department decided to post on their social media pages, Happy Juneteenth. And there were some fans who were asking, you know, today, why are you posting this today? It's Father's Day. You didn't post this for Father's Day. But yet, as you can see, they posted it for Father's Day too. So I want to ask this to the LSU fans that have a problem with your athletic department promoting Juneteenth. Well, why is it that you have a problem with LSU promoting a holiday that celebrates the freedom of everybody? You have a problem with including everybody? You don't have a problem with cheering on these black athletes whenever they're scoring touchdowns or scoring points for your team, but yet when there's a day that celebrates their freedom and their ability to be free from slavery, you call it BS. You ask, why are we supporting this? But you don't ask, why are we supporting Memorial Day? You don't ask, why are we supporting Christmas? Or why are you saying, Happy Thanksgiving? So what's the problem with this holiday? Do you think about how that looks to recruits and to their families? Do you think about any of this kind of stuff? So the next time that you want to go on Facebook or Twitter and you want to spew some hatred towards LSU athletic department for them celebrating Juneteenth, take a look at yourself and think, why am I so upset about this holiday?
I love when the truth hits you like that. All right, so let me go ahead and roll this for you. Some of y'all may have already heard the story. So if you haven't heard already, Miles Copeland is a firefighter and a basketball player. If you can see the first gentleman that runs over there in the white shirt, that's Mr. Miles Copeland. I'll stop that right there. What is significant about that? Mr. Miles Copeland, as I stated before, is a firefighter. He had just come off a 24-hour shift and was in the middle of a basketball game when the referees collapsed. Mr. Copeland then proceeded to go over and help with assisting in CPR. He performed CPR for 10 minutes and ultimately helped save that referee's life. It's the double duties that some people play in their lives that can help save other people's lives. He was not worried about, oh man, I'm tired, I just got off work. No, he jumped into action and went and helped. I'm thankful for people like Mr. Copeland and the things that he does, on a daily, saving people, whether he's, in uniform or not. I know that referee and his family are thankful, but these are the kind of guys, these are the heroes that we all love to see. So kudos and thank you, Mr. Copeland, for being an example. Then you pick your head up.
Yeah, fact. We always talk about, we use that hero word loosely.
Yeah.
But that right there, that's real heroic behavior, bro.
Right.
All right. So,
shame on you,
Father's Day.
those fake LSU fans. But yeah.
Oh man, listen, don't even get me started on that. But it is Father's Day. I enjoyed it so much. We're gonna roll out with our kids, man. We're gonna roll out with our babies, delivering that message to y'all. So happy Juneteenth, happy Father's Day. We'll be back.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day.
We appreciate you and all the fathers around the world.
I hope you have an amazing day and keep going.
We love you and happy Juneteenth.
Happy Father's Day, Daddy and Papa. Just want to tell y'all how much I appreciate y'all, how much y'all done for me, and I love y'all. Have a great Father's Day.
So glad. This is the day and so bad. I'm so good to have my dad. Happy Father's Day. Greatest day of my life. Father's Day, Dad, we love you. You're the best dad in the whole world.
Okay.
Happy Father's Day. I love you, Dad.
Why you love your dad, Teague?
Because he does everything for me and I love him so much.
Okay.
Happy Father's Day, Daddy. And to all the fathers out there.
Happy Juneteenth, everyone.
Make sure you subscribe
And watch
The Golden Boot.
Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe on Twitter at Golden Boot. On Instagram at Golden Boot. On YouTube at The Golden Boot Pod. On Facebook at The Golden Boot Pod.
Golden Boot.